Still another note here. Right now we're traveling at about 3 nautical miles per hour, and that relates to miles per hour. 1 nautical mile is equal to 1.15 miles per hour that that we are accustomed to. So that's our speed. Now we'll wait for Matt's announcement. The ship's top speed is about 14 nautical miles per hour, 14 knots per hour. That is the top speed of this wonderful little red ship, the Explorer.
Bransfield Strait. Fairly good visibility this morning, although it is gray and overcast. Off the port bow you can see Deception Island, where we visited a few days ago. You have a bit better view of Deception today than you did when we were there a few days ago. And we are still making our way north towards King George Island. We have been slowed considerably by this ice. We will not be arriving this morning, but we will keep you posted as to the more exact time of our arrival. It's a chilly morning, just about 0, freezing point, 32 Fahrenheit. And we've seen a fair number of Adelie penguins out on the ice floes today. Snow petrels around. Anybody who'd like to do some birding, Megan will be standing by on the bridge wing. So come up if you'd like to look for snow petrels. Breakfast will be served for another half an hour. And at 9:15, Wally will be in the lecture hall with Endurance. Enjoy your morning.
Here we are again on the 17th of November. It's a Thursday. It's about 5 o'clock right now. We're looking straight ahead. We're on the port side of the ship. Again, if you're looking to the front, it's to the left side. We're looking at the base right now, the Brazilian base, Comandante Ferraz, Antarctic Research Base. Let's look left to right. We see a couple of small shacks. They look like utility shacks. Then a larger one, and then a radio antenna and various antennas. Moving along now. It's probably about maybe 100 yards up from the shore. Closer to the shore is a small, I don't know what sort of a shack that is, can't tell. It's all green. All these shacks are now I'm describing as green. And then moving along to our right, we see a long, a long building. It looks like one building. It looks like it's probably about maybe about a block long. An average maybe city block, a block and a half long. Many antennas, a radar scope up there. A Zodiac is landing now. There are a couple of small boats, small vessels, and then moving ahead. All this is green again. A couple of open doors, people walking on the beach, people from the Zodiac, from our ship. Then moving along to the right, there's a Zodiac to our left coming off our ship now, and it's being dropped into the water. And then there are a couple of orange, look like little utility shacks. Well, I don't know what goes on in there, some sort of equipment perhaps. Then moving along a little green shack. Take a little green shack. It looks like it may have electrical. I see what may be an electrical hazard sign. And then the radio tower, and then another long orange building. Then an old shack. Looks like a barn, not painted, perhaps not in use. Then looking straight out, still on the port side, but then straight out, looking right and sweeping across. Okay, we're looking. Okay, right now, if we're looking we're looking straight out from the port side, the left side of the ship, and looking to our right, coming across, is the cargo ship. It says 844. I guess that's a Brazilian ship. They brought the cargo out. We see a helicopter on the back of this cargo ship, a brown and white helicopter. The snow is just gorgeous. The blues again. There's a glacier, a large glacier, and then of course mountain cliffs. And so that's what we're looking at. We're getting ready to go aboard, and then of course we'll see you on shore, and then hopefully we'll do a tour of the base. It's the Comandante Ferraz Brazilian Antarctic Research Base. And so that said, let's move along sprightly. Cut tape right here. Okay, we're just about at shore now. Now, the plan for us right now, we're going to begin with Wally Herbert. We're going to head up to an old shack, and we're going to get a little tour. Then we're going to wait. There are 15 of us allowed in the base at one time in the center. So that's what's going to be happening. We're going to be spending a little time with Wally's abandoned shack, and Kim mentioned the country, and I neglected to get the name of the country, but we'll find out soon. We're coming through a little ice over here, a little choppy ice, and we have, listen to us land. Here we go, we've landed. We're on shore, and here's life, human life, for the first time, other than people we know. Now, what I saw from shore was from the boat was the shack with the red for explosive, but it says no fuma. You can't smoke over there. They're clearing snow here. This is Brazilian, and I noticed the Brazilian flag on our host jacket, and they won the World Cup, and I'm wearing my New York Ranger World Championship Stanley Cup cap, so a couple of champions here on shore. Cut tape. We're listening to some Brazilian now, I guess. Oh, we're going to be moving along. I think I caught some of that. Here we are. This is Brazilian territory right here. I would imagine, if I've got my politics down, and I guess I do, this is their property. Anybody understand Brazilian? Okay. There's a caterpillar here, pushing snow around. The scenery is gorgeous here, folks, just beautiful.
Especially when you go into the station, it's very slippery, it's ice, you go into ice.
Colleen from the gift shop is saying to be very careful when you go into the station through the entrance. It's icy, you can slip, so be very careful. This is not that hospitable here. It's like a little town, a green and orange town. A little noisy, huh? It's like 23rd Street between 6th and 7th. I associated. At this point, let me just mention Pete Salamita and Michelle and Michael and a whole bunch over there. Hi, and thanks very much for the opportunity, everybody at the Associated Blind on 23rd Street, Sellis Manor. And a special hello to Flo Fox. Flo, we haven't spoken in a while, but I love you very much, and I hope you're doing well. Flo Fox, hi Flo. Greeting from the Comandante Ferraz Antarctic Research Base. Flo, I finally got overseas. God bless you, baby. Oh, let me catch my breath. That was Wally Herbert. He hasn't been back here in 39 years. This is the first place you came to?
The very first place I came to, yeah.
Your first trip? Admiralty Bay.
It's pretty derelict now, isn't it?
What country did this belong to?
It's a British base. It's one of the earliest bases to be built down here.
In which country?
British. It's British base.
Okay. Ooh.
The lake is out of bounds because it's dangerous.
Okay, we're staying clear of the edges here. I'm looking forward to getting back to New York City to see if I can still walk level ground. I believe we're going to hear from Wally.
And it's out of bounds because it's only very thin ice, and the natives here are a bit worried that we might fall through. So must be rather careful of this little lake at the back. So I suggest you just stay pretty close to the hut, and whether we can get in or not, I'm not sure. We'll have a try, but just walk around the hut and then make your way back down there in due course. But not to walk across the lake at the back here.
Wally,
It's I don't know. We've ought to have a check. Want to just check it out, really, see whether it's safe.
We're going to get some history from Wally in a few moments when we get him.
This place is one of the earliest bases to be built down here by the British, and probably around about, what's this called, Base G. It must have been around about 1952 or something like that. It was the very first place that I ever saw when I arrived here. We came across Strait Passage and anchored just off where the ship is at the moment, and looked out, and this is what we saw. So that was, for me, my initiation. I remember climbing that hill up there. I think it's called Flagstaff Hill.
Way up, straight ahead.
And all these keen young men, the very first thing they wanted to do was climb a hill. So take some of the steam out of us.
There are 5 crosses, Wally. The 5 crosses?
There are various people that have died here at the British bases over the years, but it's over quite a long period of time. Going right back to about 1959, 52, something like that, when it was first built.
And they bury them right here?
Yeah, I don't know when the place was abandoned.
Uh-huh. It's been a while.
But quite a while ago, I
It's been
think.
quite a while.
By the state.
Looking at 5 wooden crosses, 1 small one, and I'm not sure they're all crosses. I know 1, 2, 3 are. I'd love to get a better look. They're up the hill behind the station, and these folks are buried here. And we'll try to get some more information on them later on.
And so that pile of gravel that you see across the water there has been deposited as the glaciers melted back to that point, and that's why they've got graves here. Whenever you see graves in an area like this, you're likely to be on moraine, because that's a place you can dig in instead of being bedrock. So graves usually mean moraine, and you can see this junk, which is all sorts of different kind of volcanic materials that have been brought from all over the island. So it's not just from that hill and these other little peaks around here, but it's glacial material that's been brought from clear back up on the glaciers, clear here, and then as the glacier melted, it dumped all the gravel that it had been carrying and left these ridges here on the sides of the glaciers.
We're going to get Bill Romey.
Yes, I've just had a look through the window. It doesn't look as though we're going to get much of a
Get Bill Romey on tape on land very often, but that was Bill, geologist. Bill Romey.
There are 2 things that go on. One is that, of course, when a glacier recedes, it doesn't suck back. All it does is just melt. And the thing is, they're always like, that's advancing all the time now. It's bringing debris down with it as it comes. And so even when a glacier's standing still, it's depositing morainal debris right in its front. But this has receded since quite a lot since that particular moraine. You see, I don't know what the on balance is right now. On balance, the East Antarctic, they're growing. The ice is growing there on East Antarctic right now, from what I've read recently. But this thing right here, obviously, that front that you see there, these cliffs that you see there, that's a matter of rather considerable recession over not that long a geological period to have these big moraines here.
What period?
Oh, you can't say. I mean, I can't give you a period of time on this without, having a lot of photographs over time or something. So I don't know whether we're probably talking hundreds of years.
Oh, youngsters,
like
a young happening. Okay, we're going to try to go inside. Perhaps we can. Okay, we're going to go inside, I guess. We're going to go inside, but let me read what it says here. Admiralty Bay, Keller Peninsula, King George Island. Admiralty Bay is an unoccupied British research station and now serves as an emergency refuge only. Please do not enter except in an emergency. If you enter the station, you do so at your own risk and on the understanding that neither the British Antarctic Service nor the UK authorities will be liable for any personal injury or damage to property you may sustain. Leave the station safely closed when you depart. Inform the British Antarctic Survey of your visit.
I don't know. We'll find out later on, I hope.
Wally, I noticed a sign, and there was one at Portal Point at your hut, and you were a little dismayed about that sign from the UK.
Yeah.
And what are your plans for that sign? I know you said there were 2 on the wall, and this bothered you a bit.
In my opinion, that sign on the other hut in particular should not be there. It's a desecration of the hut. So it won't be there in a few weeks' time.
You're coming back in a couple of weeks, I guess, the beginning of December, maybe, mid of the first week. Okay, Wally, so take pictures.
It's necessary to have signs like that. I mean, anyone who's got any sensitivity at all would not damage a hut like this. It's obviously a piece of our heritage. And you don't need to put up legal signs on a hut. I mean, the hut itself speaks for itself.
Okay, so Portal...
But a moron would do anything to a hut like this, and a moron's not going to take any notice of that sign anyway. So why put it there?
Right. Okay, so if all goes your way, there'll be no signs of Portal Point. Thank you, Wally. You're great. Thank you. Thank you. We are inside the hut right now. It's very icy. There's ice all over. some utensils, a few cooking utensils, packing crates. There's some back wall, but not a lot. There are 2 boots that it looks like a heater, portable heater. And the 2 boots with cleats are as if they were being warmed up and left here. And we won't stay too long. A door laying aside and very kind of eerie. So I cut tape. It's a little slippery. I'll negotiate down and we'll meet outside. Cut tape. I'm in the doorway now looking up at this cliff. Very impressive, very snowy. And then I'm looking straight out and there's another small wooden cross. Well, small. It probably is about maybe 2 foot high and then probably a foot across the cross. And that's what we're looking at. And I'm coming down the steps now. Stone steps. It's as it was left, I guess. It's about 30, probably 38 degrees right now. It's a beautiful day. And there's a melt coming off the roof of this shack, this hut. There are a couple of stovepipes. One is at a right angle, and one is standing straight up, 2 stovepipes. They're just gorgeous. And a beautiful day. Oddly, the sun has come out, and it's a beautiful scene. And oddly enough, as we head north, we get a little warmer. Isn't that strange, folks? I'm going to cut tape. Just a thought as I was coming out of the hut just now, when Helene from the gift shop said to be careful, that it's icy, going through the door, I would imagine she's talking about the hut. We'll find out, because I would imagine the research entrances would be clear of any ice. So it may be the hut she was talking about. So in that case, apologies to our friends from Brazil. We have come down, we're close to the entrance to the research base. We're by ourselves. We found the wrong way down. What I noticed is big orange topped strip over here. It's many feet by many feet. I can't even judge what we're talking about. Probably a 30 by 50 feet, maybe a little bit more, is a helicopter landing pad. As I said, the cargo ship in the harbor has a helicopter, and nets around it in case the helicopter falls off. There are sort of like trampoline nets all around this helicopter pad. Again, it's orange top, green sided, and red and yellow letters marking it as a helicopter pad. Okay, moving on. We are going to spend a few moments with the gentleman on base here, and your name is?
My name is Wilson.
Okay, talk about your home a little bit. What, here?
My profession, engineer, electric station of Brazil, Antarctic.
Okay. And electrical, you work electrical? And
Ok. Minha principal função é manter a station em funcionamento para que a sobrevivência de toda a minha equipe que passará cá em Antártica todo o verão austral.
Are you speaking Brazilian? Are you speaking Brazilian?
Aí eu speak, se eu falo português.
Yeah, okay. Who is Comandante Ferraz? Who? The gentleman, Comandante Ferraz. Who is that? The commander? In other words, this base was named after Comandante Ferraz?
Ok. Name de comandante de verão de my group, Captain Fragate Mariner Weverton, name Weverton Oliveira. Subcomandante, Captain Corvette, aviador, piloto e engenheiro da pesquisa de motor.
Okay, I'll listen to that. I'll listen to that. How long have you been here? How long do you live here now?
How long
have you been here?
Chegamos, né? How long?
Did you come 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago or a month?
Ok. Chegamos aqui 26
of October?
Ok.
Last month?
Novembro. E iremos para Comeback Brasil, voltar ao Brasil, isso em possivelmente março. Né?
Okay, so you're going to be here for a while.
25 February, March, April.
You'll go home in April.
April. My house 25 April in my house from Brazil City, Rio de Janeiro.
Okay. And Brazil won the World Cup.
Oh,
right?
Very well, very good.
Okay.
Mario.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. We are getting ready to go underneath, in this bunker underneath the research hut, and it is icy, so we're going to have to be careful. Right now, I want to introduce Archie and Elizabeth Richards, and folks, the reason why you're hearing me on this at this research base right now is because of Archie and Elizabeth, and I thanked you earlier up on the bridge, and the Soviet Army thing, I mean, it's a long, long way to Tipperary. It's going to be a heck of a thing to lose, but it was wonderful music. Archie, I thank you very much.
Our pleasure.
It was great music, and I may not need Matt Monroe, but I thank you for the offer. I won't ask for any more tape. Elizabeth, thank you very much. You really saved the series. This end piece. Thank you, ma'am.
No problem whatsoever. It's our pleasure.
Thank you, folks. These are the folks who are bringing you the Comandante Ferraz Antarctic Research Base. These are your sponsors right here. Thank you. I also want to say that the Richards are from Cornwall.
Perranporth in Cornwall, if anybody would like to contact us. The post will know us immediately. A.C. Richards, Perranporth.
Okay, so you'll know what sponsors and how to reach the sponsors to thank them. Thanks again, folks. We are inside. We're taking our boots off. We're inside. It's a small room. The table down, the bench down the middle, and we're taking our boots off. Okay, we're coming through a couple of sinks on our right. We're moving in to the base now. We're going in through the hospital area. We're inside now. They're inside over there. There were coats and...
Okay, one of you folks will do the tour first, and then you come in and do the shopping. Williams will take you around. You guys can go all the way up there. That's where you do the shopping.
We're stepping in now, and we're in another world. People are posting letters with the stamp. We're going to get a postmark somewhere. I don't know where, but I'll figure something out. We're moving along. There are probably about a dozen people in this room, maybe 14 people.
In the summer, I have much more people, but in the winter, only 12 persons stay here. And here are our rooms.
We're in the bedroom area now.
And in the middle, we have a...
We're walking through a narrow corridor.
That's your one.
How's it now?
It's your one.
Yeah.
We're looking in the bedroom.
It's good.
What is your name?
William.
William. Who is Comandante Ferraz?
His name is Gomez.
Gomez. Okay. And who was he? Who is he?
What's here?
No, who is Comandante? Who is the Comandante?
Comandante, his name is Gomez. He's not here. He's outside. He's in the beach.
Oh, okay.
Take care of a job.
Okay.
Our ship, Ayuhojel.
Okay, thank you.
Bathroom.
Williams?
2 bathrooms.
The bathroom's here.
Ladies here, too?
And one of ladies and one of men. But in the winter house,
Ladies' room, men's room. Fernando's in here. It's Fernando's room. It's a very narrow corridor here. We're making a left right here. Oh, nice soft floor here. We're barefooted, by the way, just with our socks on. Okay.
make our programs and to pace up at the time here in the winter, because in the winter you don't have what to do. Because many times we do our job, and after the other time we don't have where to go.
So you just hang out?
Yes.
You go home, okay.
Here is our...
Okay, we'll find out a little bit later what sort of research, what happens here. Looking at computers and...
The winter is good to us because you don't have anything to do, then start to read all the books. So.
Lots of books. What sort of research happens here? What do you do here? What sort of research?
In the winter, we study only the environment, the atmosphere. We study the ionosphere, the ozone, meteorological studies, and this kind of studies.
How's the ozone?
The ozone, it's hard to say because there's a hole. Every day the hole is become bigger and bigger.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's from the folks who know.
Yes.
I'll move back now. Thank you, William.
That's all. Yes.
turn around and go back in, huh?
Yes.
We're in the back.
Okay, we have many books here. Many books. There's a group shot here. It looks like a group shot. 91, 92. We know a little bit about the ozone hole. The folks, we're getting it from somebody who has no reason to, there's no agenda here. Really, we have to go to work on this. We are really talking about our very existence here. I'm going through the car. I'm going to cut tape till we get to the next site. We are moving past, it looked like a sort of a sitting room, a social room, a rec room. Okay, going in here, we'll see what's in here. Oh, there's a pool table here, and snowshoes. Oh, God, oh my.
Exercises and
Exercise here.
play a little snooker.
Snooker here. All the boots up top.
Also. Okay.
And skis, plenty of skis. Nordic track and Nordic tour skis. All kinds of good stuff here. Dogboard, chinning, a scale. Right now the time here is 10 past 7 in the evening. This time.
But now I'm better.
There are some soccer balls. You won't find baseballs or footballs here. There'll all be soccer balls. By the way, Brazil is the World Cup champion, so there's plenty of soccer on the base here. At the door as you walk in, there's Pluto working out with barbells. The barbell. Right, there's Pluto. Okay. Where's Donald Duck? Okay, coming through. The various group photos. And, okay. You're in charge?
Excuse me?
You're the boss, in charge?
Yeah.
Commander? My name is Herb Malsman from New York City. Talk about your base a little bit.
Well,
What is your name, first of all?
my name is Everton. I'm just arrived here. I and my team, we arrived here last night.
Oh, brand new, huh?
Yeah. And we will stay here for 4 months during the summer.
Okay. And what's going to be happening while you're here? What is your plan for here now? What will you be doing here? What will you be doing here while you're here?
Yeah, I'm here like the next chief.
Oh, you're the chief?
The station chief during the summer. Here in Brazilian station have 2 teams a year, a summer team and a winter team. And now we are just changing teams. Huh? The winter team is back into Brazil, and we will stay here for next 4 months.
Right. Okay. So while you how many people will be on the base how many people in the team, in the summer team? How many people are here?
Well, in the summer team we are 8 people, 3 officers and 5 petty officers.
Okay. Now I know you're working on the environment, the ozone hole, and various things. You'll be monitoring things. What are the most important things you'll be doing here as far as research? What is the most important?
Here is developed sources in several areas. Atmosphere, meteorology.
Well, I've got the same problem with that one.
Yeah.
Meteorological?
Meteorological, and environment, and several words that I don't know yet. Yeah.
And whereabouts in Brazil are you from? What town? What city?
I live in Rio de Janeiro, but I'm born in Recife, in northeast of the country.
Right. I wasn't aware that I was going to be coming to a Brazilian base, and you won the World Cup recently, and it's been a while since you won the World Cup. I know Pelé was very exciting and all that.
Yeah.
And I'm a New York Ranger hockey fan, and we just won the Stanley Cup for the first time since the year I was born, 1940. And so I didn't know we'd be here, but we do have something in common. I thank you very much, and much success while you're here. And hello from New York City. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
We're in the kitchen right now, cooking. I'll tell you, it smells good. I don't know what's cooking. Let's try to find out what's cooking. What are we making here? What is this?
Safa-onça aqui, Chico, não sei falar.
What?
English, no English.
Okay.
My English is very little.
Well, what are we cooking? What is it, potatoes?
Potatoes, yeah.
French fries? Like.
It's from Brazil.
Okay. So, and there's going to be meat?
No. I'm stay here about 8 months. I come back from Brazil in 6 December. December, not 6 December.
Right. And what kind of dinner are you going to have? Is that meat?
Dinner, yeah.
Yeah.
Dinner, yeah.
Okay. So meat, potatoes. What kind of meat? What kind of meat is that?
It's meat. It's
what kind of animal?
From Brazil.
A cow or beef?
Beef. Yeah,
Beef.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Some carrots, spinach.
Yeah.
I know spinach. Okay. There's the.
This
for the cooking.
The cook. It's fat.
Right. The fat.
Yeah.
And you have some pasta.
It's pasta.
Okay. Yeah. Pasta. Okay. Pasta. We got it. Okay, there'll be coffee and all the onions and be back at 8:30 for dinner. Thank you. Okay, we're leaving the kitchen now. Here we're on the laundromat here, Brastemp Lavadora Automatica. Lavadora Automatica. The Automatica, the company is Brastemp. Makes these washers and dryers. Here we are, a sink. It looks like the shower beyond there, so we won't go in there. This is all guys so far. Oh, man, I'm not sure if there are any women here, but I know I've seen only men so far. Whoops, there's the tour coming through. I've kind of broken off to myself over here. And they're coming through. I'm heading the other direction. There's the group. Okay, coming in. Oh, this is the radio room. Let's listen to the radio room here. We're not touching anything, just kind of miking everything. Okay, to the back. Now, I'm by myself, and I shouldn't be by myself before. Oh, here's the storeroom here. Okay, we have coffee. Coffee here, instant coffee, instant milk. Everything has to be instant. There are fiber toast, and this is for grinding, for hamburger, for chopped meat, and various things, onions, royal puddings, Jell-O, royal puddings, Quaker Instant, the Quaker, the Quaker on the box there, the gentleman, and there's rice and for making cake and pies and beans, and isn't this wonderful? Nescafe instant coffee here, a jar of Nescafe instant coffee. So everything's up to date here. Guess where we're coming through right now? Check this out. Okay, pop quiz time. Okay, you remember where that was? I know I do. And we're coming out again past the laundromat. Whoops, past the kitchen. Okay, coming through. And here's the TV room. Oh, God, a television. TVs, folks. I haven't seen TV in about 2.5 weeks. And there's the TV. I haven't seen TV in 2 weeks. And, yeah, VCRs. Yeah. VCRs and videos, and this is great. Looks like about 500 videos here. I don't know if any of it is American, and why should it be? Of course, Amadeus, I see. Amadeus, I guess that's the one. We know Kickboxer. Okay, what else? What else? Kickboxer, Amadeus, so far. JFK. I guess that's it. Yeah, Kevin Costner, JFK. Okay, the Oliver Stone movie, I'm assuming, of course. What else do we see that we recognize? All these are pre-recorded, of course, right from the stores, and some they recorded themselves and brought them here. So there is things to do. You have 2 VCRs, 2 televisions, and okay, this is great, huh, folks? Casa de Russia, Casa Dr. Russia, Casa Dr. Russia, something like that. Okay, so we're moving out of the TV room now. Where are we going now, folks? Oh, no, we're not going to go towards the radio room again, past the sinks. And I don't see any of my compadres here, so I guess it's time to go. Okay, we're heading back to put on our boots and head back outside. Okay, I'm going to cut tape right here. Okay, I've got my boots on. I'm the last guy in here, as you can hear. I'm looking at a pair of boots over here. It's a doc. So I'm assuming that's the doctor. We didn't get into the hospital area, or the doctor's area, but of course we know it's there. But of course we went off by ourselves, and we had no guidance on that. So, okay, we're going to head outside now. Again, cut tape here, folks. See you soon. Okay, we're back outside. We're about to leave a well, I'll tell you what, I go to places like this, and the TV, of course, I haven't seen TV in a few weeks, as I said, and some very nice people, and very sociable, and the beef tasted good. Didn't taste good. I didn't get to taste it. I didn't want to, you know, but it made me hungry and look forward to dinner, and everything smelled so good. A couple of chefs working, and very fine people, and I bought a patch. We got a patch, a Brazilian Antarctica patch, so I'm going to add that to my parker. Okay, let's head for the Zodiac now. We're leaving Brazilian property right now. Here we go. I want to make these thanks now. I want to thank Jackie Hummel and Mary Calderon and Felipe Castro of Lon Chile Airlines, and they're at 1-800-735-5526. That's 1-800-735-5526. I thank you, folks. Also, I want to thank Krista Branch, a good friend that we haven't met face-to-face, but we've spoken on the phone thousands of times, it seems like. She is with Abercrombie & Kent out of Oak Brook, Illinois. They've set this whole thing up and helped me with Lon Chile Airlines. They introduced me to Lon Chile, Mary Calderon, Jackie Hummel, and Felipe Castro. Their number is 1-800-323-7308. That's 1-800-323-7308. They're really good folks, and they can give you the world. These people are great. Again, 323-7308, 1-800. Also, I want to thank Ray Lugo Sr. for the free studio time, and my daughter Kimberly, who gave me a chance. I love you, Kim. Finally, I want to thank you, my listeners, for your time. Until next time, from somewhere else, for Visions, a series of visits to everywhere, I'm your host and fellow traveler, Herb Malsman.
Now you can see Deception Island, where we visited a few days ago. You have a bit better view of Deception today than you did when we were there a few days ago. And we are still making our way north towards King George Island. We have been slowed considerably by this ice. We will not be arriving this morning, but we will keep you posted as to the more exact time of our arrival. It's a chilly morning, just about 0, freezing point, 32 Fahrenheit. And we've seen a fair number of Adelie penguins out on the ice floes today. Snow petrels around. Anybody who'd like to do some birding, Megan will be standing by on the bridge wing, so come up.
Still another note here. Right now we're traveling at about 3 nautical miles per hour, and that relates to miles per hour. 1 nautical mile is equal to 1.15 miles per hour that that we are accustomed to. So that's our speed. Now we'll wait for Matt's announcement. The ship's top speed is about 14 nautical miles per hour, 14 knots per hour. That is the top speed of this wonderful little red ship, the Explorer.
Bransfield Strait. Fairly good visibility this morning, although it is gray and overcast. Off the port.
Zodiac from our ship. Then moving along to the right, there's a Zodiac to our left coming off our ship now, and it's being dropped into the water. And then there are a couple of orange, look like little utility shacks. Well, I don't know what goes on in there, some sort of equipment perhaps. Then moving along a little green shack, take a little green shack, it looks like, and they have electrical. I see what may be a electrical hazard sign. and then the radio tower, and then another long orange building, then an old shack, looks like a barn, not painted, perhaps not in use. Then looking straight out, looking still on the port side, but then straight out, looking right, and sweeping across. Okay, we're looking. Okay, right now, if we're looking we're looking straight out from the port side, left side of the ship, and looking to our right, coming across various antennas. Moving along now. It's probably about maybe 100 yards up from the shore. Closer to the shore is a small, I don't know what sort of a shack that is, can't tell. It's all green. All these shacks are now, I'm describing a green. And then moving along to our right, we see a long, a long building. It looks like one building. It looks like it's probably about, maybe about a block long. On average, maybe city block, a block and a half long. Many antennas, a radar scope up there. A Zodiac is landing now. There are a couple of small boats, small vessels, and then moving ahead. All this is green again. A couple of open doors, people walking on the beach, people from the
If you'd like to look for snow petrels, breakfast will be served for another half an hour, and at 9:15, Wally will be in the lecture hall with Endurance. Enjoy your morning.
Here we are again on the 17th of November. It's a Thursday. It's about 5 o'clock right now. We're looking straight ahead. We're on the port side of the ship. Again, if you're looking to the front, it's to the left side. We're looking at the base right now, the Brazilian base, Comandante Ferraz, Antarctic Research Base. Let's look left to right. We see a couple of small shacks. They look like utility shacks. Then a larger one, and then a radio antenna, and a